Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel. So I've been going through this article today that I came across on my phone, and I just want to make a video about this because if you're in the market for this article here is saying the 10 affordable compact cars that will last 300,000 miles. I'm reading off my computer so I can make the video, but 10 affordable compact cars will last 300,000 miles. And I just want to put a mechanic perspective on this. Because as a whole, the article could be right. But from a mechanic perspective, and I'll tell you, the article is a whole part toward the end, but from a mechanic's perspective, it's half right. And the reason being, and whenever I actually came across this article, I thought it was an older article that I just happened to stumble across, but actually it was published in July the 8th of this year. But the article was on Go Banking Rates, and it was through the Yahoo Finance section of my phone. And so yeah, I just want to make this video because if you're in the market for sorry, my nose is itching, but compact cars, and this time of year, it's really careful to look out for these articles and the way they're written because they can be misleading. And so I just kind of wanted to touch base on that in this video. So let's start with number one on my list, and I will hold my finger up for how many I agree with and how many that I think are false. And I already tell you it's half. So as they come across, I'll read these in order, and then we can go from there. So the first one on the list, I agree with. Toyota Corolla, 2024, MSRP $22,050. This is per the article. So at this point in time, some lots could be full, desperate in need of moving units, and you could probably get that or maybe a little below or around about that. But of course, this was 6 months to 8 months ago. You know, good luck finding one at that price. So the price would even be a stretch. But I do agree that the Toyota Corolla with proper maintenance, and that's another thing I'm going to count for, regardless of what vehicle it is, they all need proper maintenance. They need regular oil changes, tire rotations, tire replacement, brakes, miscellaneous fluids at intervals. No matter what you drive is going to require that type of maintenance. The stuff we don't want to happen is the catastrophic failures, the total engine failures, the transmission failures, things like that. But those are least likely to happen with proper maintenance and lubrication. So let's give these the grain of salt that they're all going to get proper maintenance and proper oil changes. So first one on the list, like I said, Toyota Corolla. I agree with that. So that's one that is right. Next up on the list is a 2017, they specify years here. So 2017 Lexus CT200H, MSRP $31,250. That one, even though I agree with that Lexus is a good, reliable brand, I don't think this is a 300,000 mile car because you have battery packs. This is a hybrid. So you're gonna have more complicated things along with that to deal with as this car ages. So it's essentially a Prius, which the Prius and the Lexus, they're all reliable Toyota brands, but I think 300,000 miles is a stretch. 200 to 250, absolutely. But 300, I doubt it. That would be a stretch. All right, number three on the list, which is also number two that I'm going to agree with, is the Honda Civic, 2024. $23,950 is their MSRP. That one I can stand behind. That's a potential 300,000 mile car. Honda Civic's kind of reputable, just like the Toyota Corolla. Don't need to spend too much time talking about that one. Next up on, so we got two so far. Next up on the list, Kia Forte, 2024, MSRP $19,990. No. Maybe a 200,000, if this was a list of 10 cars that's going to sure to make it 200,000 miles, absolutely, I would agree with this. But to say that a Kia Forte is going to last 300,000 miles when Hyundai Kia's had engine recall issues, engines blowing before 40, 50, 60,000 miles, no. Next up on the list, Acura ILX. That one I could probably stand behind too, because that's essentially a Honda Civic in fancier clothing. So there's three that I would stand behind. But they're calling for the 2022 MSRP of $27,300. Next up on the list is the Hyundai Elantra 2024, MSRP $21,625. The Hyundai Elantra and the Kia Forte are essentially the same car. They're going to have different interior looks, different badging, different front and rear fascias, but the engines, the drivetrain, the mechanics of it, they're the same car. So that is the same. They've had engine recall issues, things like that. I don't see it going 300,000 miles. They're claiming, I disagree. Toyota Prius 2024, MSRP $27,950. So that again is kind of like the Lexus. I'll give that one the stretch and say maybe, but I'm not going to bank on it going 300,000 miles. You might get 260, 270, but it's a well-engineered car. I mean, don't shy away from it, but because the fuel economy savings would be worth it, even if you don't get 300,000 miles. If you get 250, it's still a sensible buy. Mazda Miata. Yes, I would stand behind that as a 300,000 mile car, because you've seen the old ones go 250, 300,000 with maintenance, and maybe even, they will go. They, as long as you respect them and don't autocross them every other day, they're at Mazda's a good brand. So that one I would give it. I would add that and say yes, I agree with that. So the next one on the list, I was in shock when I read this one. I was in utter shock, folks. Ford Focus 2018, MSRP $21,435. The transmission is not even going to last 70,000 miles. So why would this even be on the list? I don't understand what they are. I'm blown away. So Mazda 3 is last on this list, and that is the one I would agree with as well. To go 300,000 miles, proper maintenance, care for it, give it love. It'll love you. So yeah, those are the 5 I agree with out of this top 10 list. And I think some of these are just a stretch. This Ford Focus is probably not even going to get you 200,000 miles, and if it does, you're going to regret when you go and tally up is how much money you spent getting that Ford Focus to 300,000 miles. You could probably almost buy a Prius or two. But so in the beginning of the video, I said, this article can arguably be totally right. And that is because they'll say they can last or get to 300,000 miles. See, that's the catchy part some of this writing and articles will get you, that you're unsuspecting. Yeah, any vehicle out there can go 300,000 miles if you're willing to sacrifice your firstborn and take out second mortgages to keep throwing parts at it. Well, yeah, anything will last 300,000 miles for that matter. So see, that's where they don't say how much that you're going to have to sink into these things to get it to 300,000 miles. just regular maintenance alone over that lifespan is going to be, you know, you got to maintain anything. But, you know, when you're buying a Toyota, you're buying a Honda, or you're buying a Mazda, you don't have to worry about as much about unexpected breakdowns and unexpected repairs and too expensive of repairs. But you got to maintain anything you buy, any vehicle. But I'm just not. I can't get behind the Ford Focus and the Hyundai and Kia. I just can't. They've had too many recalls. They've had too many history here lately for me as a mechanic to say, I agree with this article, because I don't. And so there you have it. I just want to make this video and go over some things about this article and let you know that, you know, with routine maintenance, you know, vehicles have an expiration date, and they're only engineered to last so long, because you got to think about it. The manufacturers want to be able to sell you another car and another car and another car. You know, they don't want to sell you one car and be done with it. So they engineer these things to only be good for so long. And it's just how it is. It's the nature of the industry. But just wanted to make this video help y'all out to be considerate whenever you read these articles. You know, kind of read between the lines a little bit and take them with a tablespoon of salt, not a grain, because, you know. Well, anyway, y'all have a great day. See you on the next one, and God bless.